Okay, we didn't play as well as we wanted to play, to say the least, and we muddied it up a little bit and probably made them look a little uglier than they really are as well. But 18 points off turnovers, and for us to have 17 turnovers in a relatively low possession game is not what we want. And for them to shoot 51%, 52% in the first half, we couldn't afford that. And we're down 13 at half, and I thought if we got off to a good start in the second half, we'd have a chance to be there at the end. Instead, they got off to a much better start. We had some opportunities that I thought we could have cashed in on that we didn't. We had a steal and had the ball cross the 10-second line 3 different times going to our basket, and we never got it even to get a shot off. And so those kind of turnovers you shouldn't have, but you got to give credit to Louisville because all 3 times they had somebody run from behind, like Nwora ran past Cole and got the steal from Armando, and they had 2 guys chasing Leakey when he got it, and it's off of us out of bounds, and then Christian got it, and they had 2 guys bother him, and we turn it over as well. So give them credit for, even when it looked like some things were in our advantage, in our favor, that they kept playing. I think they're really, really good, and like I say, we muddied it up so bad, but Nwora and Malik and Sutton, I love Sutton. I think that they've got the makings of a really good team, and I'm not going to evaluate Chris's team for him. He does that very, very well, as he does coaching them, but it wasn't very pretty, and we've got to play better.
Coach, with Garrison out, it's 9 different starting lineups now. Can you put that in perspective right now, or is it something you're going to have to do maybe in a month or so from now?
If I'm alive a month or so, I can guarantee you I'm not going to think about this crap, but I'll be thinking about some way to figure it out so we'll be better, that kind of thing. But yeah, it is part of the game. I mean, last year we started 4 guys every regular season game until, I guess 3 of them were seniors, so we started same lineup except for Kobe White missing 1 game of all of our scholarship guys. And this year it's exactly the opposite, but a lot of teams have injuries, but we have more than I've ever had, to say the least. We've missed more games by our scholarship players than any time in history, but just got to play. North Carolina played Louisville today at 4 o'clock, and we're going to play again on Tuesday regardless who's going to play. But yeah, I'd like to have had him out there, but that's what happens.
Roy, along those same lines, yet another game where you probably thought you were going to have Garrison until the day of, and then you're not able to get him. Can you provide some perspective in terms of how that changes game plan?
Well, it does. We practiced a little bit. He wasn't feeling good earlier in the week, and we kept him out of practice and just let him go a little bit even Friday. And so we worked Leakey at the 4 spot in practice. First time we have all year was yesterday, and we hoped that Garrison would feel better today, and he participated in some of the stuff at practice yesterday. But instead, we got here last night, and he felt a little worse, and this morning he got up and felt even worse. So we knew about it when we came for shoot-around, and he couldn't even come to shoot-around because his temperature was up there and he wasn't feeling real well. But at that time, it's hard to try to put some things in and make some changes. But again, it's part of the game. It's part of what happens. I'm tired of it happening to us, because it's at least 4 or 5 games that we don't know we're going to have one of our most important players until right before the game time. So that does make it more difficult. But he did try to do some things, like I say, yesterday, and we kept him out of a bunch of it. But basically this morning at shoot-arounds, we knew we weren't going to have him.
Roy, Louisville's in position to win the league with 3 games to go. Seeing him in person, what were you most impressed by?
Well, watching him on tape as much as I have and seen in their other games, I think they have all kinds of phases on all the phases on offense. They can score inside with their big guys. They can drive it to the basket with the perimeter guys, and they can shoot the ball from 3-point line. They defend okay, defend sometimes really, really well. They have a lot of guys that can switch and play guys in different positions. They didn't play any zone today, but I watched them in one of the games that was before this. They played zone, and it was really good for them. So I think they can guard you. They can score inside. They can score outside. They can push the ball and score in transition. So I think they have all the things that, from a distance. And again, Chris knows his team a million times better than I do. But when you've only lost 3 games in the ACC at this point, you're really good. And I know everybody's going to say it's a down year in the ACC, but it's still pretty daggone competitive is what we have. So I think they have one of the chances of those teams that can win the whole blessed thing. I really do believe that. Now they got to get some breaks, and they've got to play well. They're not going to win it if they don't play well, but I think they're a fantastic team.
Anybody else? Okay,
Thanks, guys.